MLB The Show 24 is free. So why did I delete it?
It's the anticipation for the game today and the crack of the bat tomorrow. It's history.
The intro will have you believing I'm simply un-American and uncultured. This is the sport of my people, after all. However, while I have always and will always enjoy participating in nearly every sport I've tried, watching them unfold has, generally speaking, bored me to tears. The intro to MLB hits on the nostalgia of baseball, a reminder of the history of it, and the togetherness through competition it has always inspired, as all sports do. If only the gameplay had the same positive impact on me. Yo! What is happening? Get the ball. Get the f***ing ball. For the love of God! Despite going into it knowing I wouldn't care for it, I think I wanted to deep down. This is baseball, an American pastime, and a video game, something I've always loved. Similar to my experience when I was actually playing baseball as a kid, my love of playing the game fizzled out quickly. And the only experience I have with baseball is I played when I was 5 years old. The kids pitched. So naturally, I got hit by many a ball. Many a ball came flying my way, hit my hands while I was trying to hold the bat, and I was like, this is stupid. Why would anyone ever choose to do this? These kids can't throw worth a shit. So guess who dropped out of baseball the same season? Hey, Duolingo, there it is. There's a high skill cap here in the pitching alone, which I was most definitely not expecting, and it was only the beginning of abbreviations I would never quite figure out or understand. I don't know what any of the symbols at the bottom right mean. Oh, very late. Okay. Did I still get a strike on him? Pitch release was very late. Let's try the fastball. Oh, Lord, that is hard to time. Are they serious right now? How am I supposed to time that? Now? And now! What? SL, CIR, CB, CIA knocking at my door about the thinly veiled threats I made to the LA Dodgers. While this depth of information is incredible for returning fans of the franchise and or longtime fans of the sport itself, I could see someone like me coming in new to it all being slightly off-put and wanting a more dumbed-down version of the game. Enter Retro. Oh, nostalgic top-down camera angles, simplified controls, casual quick play experience. I want to see this. Let's try out Retro. Reminiscent of the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball days on SNES, this stripped-down, no BS, bare bones, just play ball style felt a little frustrating to me, personally. However, nostalgia it genuinely is. I'm so distraught right now. How is that a ball? It's going over the plate, bro! Sheesh! To first, please. Who cares? Oh my God, of course he's fast. Dude, the Marlins are trash. My teammates ran slow, theirs ran fast. Hitting a ball is a feat of modern miracle I will never succeed at, and the other team pulls it off like taking a deep breath. Don't even get me started on the outfield. Mine was made of Swiss cheese. Not a single ball was caught, grounded, or returned to the infield quickly or efficiently. This is probably all on me, but it didn't help my frustration while playing it. How do you hit the ball? How do you hit the ball in this game? Someone please tell me. How do you hit the frickin' ball? Retro mode seems to be intended for those that enjoyed the days of old like the aforementioned franchise. It may not have been for me, but I can definitely see it being a better looking, better playing experience for those looking for that dose of nostalgia that gets a little more niche than just baseball itself. Going back to the main experience, I took a trip down releases of the past to MLB The Show 20 to catch myself up, and seemingly not much has changed in the past 4 years. San Diego Studio seems to have found a formula that clearly works for its returning players, even if it led to a fair amount of struggle during my brief time with it. Calling this a bad game would not be accurate or fair just because I'm literally terrible at it and do not understand the core real-world elements it seems to be very accurately based on. Throw it, throw it, throw it. How do I throw it? Throw the ball, please. I don't know how to throw the ball. I need to look at the controls. If I were more of a fan of the sport, I could see this easily having a place on my PlayStation 4 or 5 and would happily spend the time downloading it and the storage space to keep it downloaded. I think I'll just stick to occasionally watching this one in person. God, why? Fuck! Little Nightmares 2 looks beautiful, and it caught my eye the first moments of the game. But is all that glitters gold? Is it just a pretty face? In this case, no, thankfully. This game looks incredible. First of all, the atmosphere of this game is hauntingly beautiful. The outdoor fog, the tilt shift, the pleasant nature, the random corpses, it all culminates to create an intriguing world you can't help but want to learn and know more about. So I slowly but surely tried to. Some moments in this are downright nail-biting and nerve-wracking. Others might have you wondering, why am I here? Why are we doing this way? But who knows? That may just be part of the intrigue and wonder. Like, why are all of what seem to be adults hunting down and killing on sight what seem to be children? As I said, though, during my time playing the game, when I finally caught a glimpse of my face, no wonder they're hunting us down. We look haunting. Without having played the first game, it feels safe to say this is a sequel that should exist. It seems clear from the earliest moments of it that the team over at Tarsier Studios had more to say and more to explore with this creepy Oliver Twist dystopia. This puzzle disguised as a haunting game has some moments of very clever puzzle work and some moments that might make you feel a bit lacking in IQ. Or at least they did me. To its benefit, when I did finally figure out what Little Nightmares 2 wanted me to do with that ball, it felt quite satisfying, like scratching an itch I'd been trying to reach and then finally could. Whatever method it wants me to do. Okay, there we go. It wouldn't be hard to catch some moments of why not just... and not... even though it's made pretty clear that isn't an option. Jokingly with the old hunter near the intro, but for me, a little more seriously with the teacher-librarian section of the game. There seems to be a pretty specific path when it comes to the don't get spotted or seen moments of the game. No, please! I just want to know how she saw me. It felt as though if I didn't follow a fairly specific, predetermined path, that I would be taken out, even if I went somewhere that could have possibly worked. Maybe I'm delusional, maybe you'll agree. Either way, there were thankfully only brief situations that felt a little locked into a particular method of solving, for better or worse. Little Nightmares 2 looks to be a fun, anxiety-inducing sequel, and if you enjoyed the first one, I imagine it's more of that. I, for one, can't wait to play more of it, even looking into the first game to have a little more of the groundwork laid for me as to why we're here in the second game. I think I'm technically supposed to love this next game. This is the sport of my people, after all. However, while I have always and will always enjoy participating in nearly every sport I've tried, watching them unfold has, generally speaking, bored me to tears. You know what else bores me to tears? Having to create separate accounts on separate websites instead of just playing a game. Sign into WB Games? Oh... how did I know they were going to do that? Not my flashlight. This sucks. I don't even have a WB account. So I'm going to have to make one. Warner Brothers really wants you to have a few different accounts in a few different places, and while they'll sweeten the deal with some mid-cosmetics, what they don't seem to realize is that this is literally the fastest and easiest way to get many players to, at best, leave this game on a hard drive collecting digital dust, and at worst, speedrun deleting it. You know what? We ain't doing it. I don't feel like it. This is very annoying. Once you get past account creation hell, the game that is presented to you is essentially Rocket League. Except the cars are always in the air, and the cars are brooms. If you're into Harry Potter, you are probably well aware of this game and very into learning the mechanics, inner workings, and getting better at it. If you're not that into Harry Potter, you most likely found yourself wanting to enjoy it at least a little bit, but find yourself outskilled by so many other people despite the game's very recent release. I swear it's like the player base of this game locked themselves in a hyperbolic time chamber and came out absolute broom chads. I feel like I get swept away with without much effort from the opposition, getting knocked out of nowhere, scored on while trying my hardest not to, and so on. Getting knocked out in this game, by the way, is just as annoying as getting driven into in Rocket League. Similar in a way to all the cars you can make in that game, you can create each player of a team yourself, which actually goes a long way in indicating at a glance whether or not you're spectating someone in multiplayer or which role you're playing at any given time while out on, or in this case, above the field, in case you might be playing similar roles and forget which one you've just swapped to. I didn't switch soon enough. More often than not, in my experience, Quidditch Champions has players play two roles that you switch between using down on the D-pad. I tried playing goalie for a good chunk of a match just to see how not switching to chaser would go, and from what I can gather, you're definitely better off actively playing both of your roles where and when possible. There's just too much going on, and that can go wrong for your team by simply waiting for the ball to arrive at your rings. If you want to be a seeker, good luck. I never understood how it was so difficult to keep up with the snitch when watching the movies, but it really is. I see why Harry Potter was looked at so impressively now, plot armor or not. There are options for progression that seem to improve mobility, defense, and other aspects of broom movement and overall gameplay. But this seems like it would lead to an interesting problem, in my opinion. While those changes are more subtle for now, it means players that have played longer than you have an actual potential advantage because their broom just does more or is literally better, even if only slightly. It's still early in the game's life, so there's no telling if other modes will become available in the future, but it will be interesting to see how the game is affected by the presence of upgrades and modes you can unlock and or are given. Will this be an interesting challenge for newcomers, or will this scale the gameplay in a way that makes it hard to start playing any further than a few months in? Only time will tell. For now, it seems to be a fun, light-hearted, millennial-coded Rocket League. If I were more of a fan of the sport, I could see this easily having a place on my PlayStation 4 or 5 and would happily spend the time downloading it and the storage space to keep it downloaded. I think I'll just stick to occasionally watching this one in person. If you enjoyed this review, thank you for watching. First of all, do you plan on downloading any of these games? Let me know in the comments. And if you don't have a PlayStation 4 or 5, does this sell you on it at all? I know it won't sell you on the PS5 Pro. If you enjoyed, thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty and stay humble.